Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Baseplay12 or Mitch as you guys know me. Today's video, it's going to be about COBRA and COBRA insurance. And basically just simplifying it for those of you that might be leaving a job. In my case, I left California to come here to Tennessee. And when I left my job, then you lose your health benefits. And basically, COBRA is going to safeguard you and your family if something happens. So here's how it went with me. I quit my job to come here to Tennessee, and my health benefits ended on June 30th. And so I'm like, wait, what happens after June 30th? So here's basically what happens. I called up my wife's cousin who is in insurance, and he basically outlined it like this because I was completely lost and I had never remembered what happened after I quit my previous job. And so what happens is COBRA allows you 60 days in case something happens. So if my health insurance ended on June 30th, I would have till August 30th to hold on to that COBRA and basically make a claim. So here's basically simplifying it for you. If something happened where I needed medical attention and my bill was, astronomical, $50,000, I would have 60 days. So after June 30th, I would have until August 30th, I would have that COBRA backing. So basically, here's what I would have to do is I would have had to pay the premium for that month or months in order to basically have COBRA take over whatever health bill I would have had. And it ended up being about a little over $1,000. It would be the amount that you would pay without your your employer giving in their share. Obviously, when your employer puts in their share, it's obviously a whole lot less. But when you sign up for COBRA, you would end up having to pay what you would normally pay without your employer. And so here's what happened with me. My wife had to go to the hospital, and basically the bill came out to be what it would have cost if we had to pay our share of the COBRA. And so we're thinking, well, why would we end up paying for COBRA that $1,000 if the bill was going to be $1,000 anyway? It would have wasted a whole lot of time. Now, obviously, if the bill had been $2,000, then of course we would have signed up for COBRA paying the $1,000, and then obviously the insurance would have kicked in for the other $1,000, and that would have made a whole lot of difference. But because the amounts were very similar, we're like, man, you might as well bite the bullet on that one and just end up paying the bill yourself. And so the nice thing was the hospital let us pay installments because we weren't ready to drop $1,000 in one shot. So COBRA again gives you time. And again, the only bad thing is you have to pay your share of the health insurance without the employer share. So it's going to be a whole lot more than what you would normally pay in a month, with your company provided health insurance. And then we would have 60 days after your health insurance ends to be able to make a claim. You can back end a claim. So I asked my wife's cousin, I said, so if we got into a car accident the day after my health benefits ended, what would happen? And he would say, well, you would just pay, in that case, the $1,000, and then the insurance would cover the rest of that. And I'm like, wow, that seems like it's, you're almost backdating your health insurance. And he's like, yeah, that's the way it works. In my case, I would have had 60 days to do that. And after 60 days, the health insurance company says basically, hey, you're on your own and you cannot claim COBRA. And so in that case, that made a whole lot of sense to us. And everything, I guess you can say, worked out. We ended up paying that amount for that hospital trip, but that was so long ago and it doesn't really matter anymore. But hopefully that was helpful for you to understand how does COBRA work when you leave your job. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching.